Hello again, fellow traumateers. So I haven't done this in a few weeks due to an ER visit, a procedure, and then life. So sorry. But this week's topic is chicken soup, pop culture chicken soup. And when I suggested it in the Goodreads discussion area, I thought, hey, this will be easy and fun and great. And then I started prepping for it and I went, oh no, it's too easy. I had so many options, so many things I wanted to talk about, so many things that make me, happy when I'm feeling low, either, physically or sad or whatever, that it was a little bit overwhelming. So I whittled it down, but it's still kind of a lot. So, okay, here we go. I guess I'll talk about books first. Obviously, the Harry Potter series. I didn't bring a Harry Potter book over here because it's safe to say any video I make for one of these Snark Squad posts, one of my answers is always going to be Harry Potter, even if I don't say it. Harry Potter, always, forever, everything Harry Potter, always. So that, which I'm sure will be a lot of answers. And then actually this series, which some of you probably know, called Dear America, which I discovered as a child. They're historical fiction novels, like in diary format, about girls, like usually like in their early teens to old adult or old childhood, somewhere between like 9 and 15 usually. And I was obsessed with these. They're all still on my bookshelf. They had the pretty ribbons to mark your page, and it was just so much fun. And learning about these different times. This one's the Titanic because this was my favorite one, of course, tragically. And they were just so much fun, and I love reading them now as an adult because I don't know. I think for me, a lot of my chicken soup stuff has to do with when I was younger. Like there's something comforting about going back to when you were younger, maybe, and time maybe when things were less stressful, or just something that reminds you of home, I guess. Like that feeling of home. So definitely the Dear Americas I reread whenever I'm feeling, and they're quick, and they're not stressful. I think it's important, like they're not, I've read them before, so they're not stressful, and they're easy to read, and they're fat, so it's really, I really love those. And then this is one of my favorite books of all time. Everybody should go and read if you haven't yet. And I don't actually know, I've never met anyone in real life or internet life who has read this before, except my friend Katie, who I recommended it to. But this is called My Most Excellent Year by Steve Kluger. It's amazing. It's about these 3 kids in high school, and they're talking about, their freshman year and when they all met, or if they already knew each other. And it's all told in, that kind of like they're either diary or letters or IMs or texts or, newspaper clippings. So it's incredibly fun. And it's, one of the boys is gay and dealing with that and his first boyfriend, and then one of the other boys' moms, like there's some like issues that they're all working through, but it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, and it's so much fun. And there's a lot of Mary Poppins in it, and it's just, oh my gosh, I can never recommend this book highly enough. It's beautiful, it's fun, and I've said that already, but oh my god. So this book I read a lot. So those are my 2 books, and Harry Potter, and of course there's a million others, but again, had to whittle down. So someday maybe I'll do a part 2 of this video and talk about all the other books I'm not talking about right now. Movies and TV shows. Mary-Kate and Ashley. My sister and I growing up watched a ton of Mary-Kate and Ashley. Forever Mary-Kate and Ashley. So anything from there. Beach party, Hawaii party, birthday party days to, the older ones. Winning London being my favorite, which is why it's here. But I can watch any of those anytime. And again, just that easy, comfort, silly, hokey, awesome feeling that was these movies. And sadly, I think these movies were probably my first introduction to international things. Do you know what I mean? Like, they went everywhere, London and Paris and the Bahamas. Just they went all over the place, and that was probably my first taste of international culture. So, Disney movies. Obviously, 101 Dalmatians is my favorite, but Disney movies, forever, always throw one of those on. that's another easy, obvious one. Spice World, which we just did the Snarkathon with, so I won't talk about too much because I squeed all over the place there. But definitely Spice World. I think it's still in my DVD player. This always. Mamma Mia. There's something about this movie. It's just set in this beautiful place, and these ridiculous songs, and the plotline's so silly, and it's got Meryl Streep and Colin Firth and Amanda Seyfried and just all these amazing people singing these silly songs in this beautiful location that just makes me happy. Just makes me happy, okay? And then TV shows, there's Community, which I love. Community is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's just silly, it's weird, it's just doesn't take itself too seriously. Every episode is something different, and it's so much fun, and it always makes me laugh, and it always makes me laugh even when I think I cannot possibly laugh right now. My stomach hurts too much, or my head is pounding too much, or I'm too sad. But Community is the best. Check it out if you haven't. Everyone should have checked it out 3 years ago. Wouldn't have gotten canceled then. But here it is, and it's on Yahoo Screen now. You'd think I'm getting sponsored by them, but I'm not, sadly. Ghost Whisperer is my last one. This one I know is silly, and this is a more recent one I'm actually watching on Netflix right now, and I have this one DVD case from the library. Jennifer Love Hewitt is flawless. I'm a little bit obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with her hair in every episode because it changes all the time, so she's obviously got like extensions, and sometimes her bangs swoop, and sometimes they're straight across from episode to episode, and I'm obsessed with figuring out how she does that. And it's probably some, fancy hair pieces that I'm not going to fiddle with, but she's got amazing hair, and her clothes are so much fun because they're always like a little modern day witchy, but also like a little bit, sometimes they're just so out there, and it's just fun to watch them either in a, oh my god, how can I ever find those clothes to wear? I want them way, or in a, what are you doing? Why are you wearing that way? It's just so much fun. And the show is kind of hokey and a little spooky, but mostly just hokey and light and fun. You know what I mean? It's just another one of those fun shows. So I'm rewatching it right now. And it's my current comfort food. It's a weird one, but I love it. I love it. That's all. I mean, obviously all these things I love, so I guess I don't have to say that. But, okay, that's my video. It was longer than all my other ones, so I'm sorry. But thank you, and I will hopefully see you next week, barring any unforeseen life circumstances.